local Infinity retailer.
Good morning, America. Breaking news, shelters at capacity as thousands of new victims pack into buses and dump trucks overnight. The frantic race to escape the rising floodwaters as dams spill over in one of America's most devastating storms ever. Overnight, Houston slammed with a new wave of downpours, and on the anniversary of Hurricane Katrina, Louisiana now bracing for floods.
Hello! Rescue!
Teams of rescuers racing to save their neighbors this morning.
We didn't think help was coming.
The entire Texas National Guard in action, with thousands still waiting to be saved.
I didn't even imagine that it was going to be this catastrophic like this.
We need help. We need help right now. They got a whole family out there in the water.
That trapped and terrified mother of 3 who joined us live shares her harrowing story. And celebrity pastor Joel Osteen under fire tonight for not opening the doors of his Houston megachurch. What he is saying this morning. Right now, hospitals and medical centers running out of supplies. Babies born as their moms are rescued from the floodwaters. GMA Live in the middle of it all.
This is a special edition of Good Morning America. Disaster in Texas, flooding catastrophe.
Good morning, America. We have never seen a storm like this. 4 days after Hurricane Harvey hit as a Category 4 hurricane, it is still going strong. That is Houston, Texas. Right now, roads have become rivers. The rain is still falling in Houston. The rescues are still underway. Evacuations underway as well. This is nowhere near over.
Yeah, let's take a look at that radar image that's over the Gulf Coast where Harvey had briefly gone out to sea, but there it is whipping back around for a second hit on Texas and Louisiana.
It is heading east right now. So many dramatic images coming in overnight. You saw victims stuck in the aftermath of Harvey, desperately seeking to be rescued, so many pitching in to help.
That's right, and the Texas National Guard sharing this rescue video overnight, saving people from the flood zone, live streaming as they went door to door. The Coast Guard so far has carried out at least 3,700 rescues by both boat and air, and as we've said, those rescues are still continuing at this hour. FEMA is estimating as many as 450,000 disaster victims could seek help, and there are at least 7 known deaths right now connected to this storm.
That number almost certain to climb. We have team coverage from Texas to Louisiana in the storm zone. Our chief national correspondent Tom Llamas starts us off. Good morning, Tom.
George, those pictures from overnight are so heartbreaking. People and families being loaded into front-end loaders and to those dump trucks in the pounding rain brought over here to the convention center. This is where they're processed. You can see the Houston Police Department is out here in full force along with the Red Cross. And then right here, this is what they call home. The problem, though, the Red Cross had planned for 5,000 people. That's how many cots they have. But right now, they have somewhere around 9,000. So just behind me, we're not going to zoom in here to give people their privacy, but where you see that police tape there are people now sleeping on the floor. It's not an ideal situation. It is far from perfect, but it is dry, it is warm, and more importantly, it's out of the danger zone.
This morning, with the death toll rising, conditions growing more desperate as the search for survivors continues on the ground and in the air. The entire Texas Guard activated, now going door to door during the night. In the air, the Coast Guard rescuing more than 450 people, including this family of 5 wading through the murky waters.
We are just beginning the process of responding to this storm. We are still involved in the search and rescue process.
Officials now releasing millions of gallons from the Addicks and Barker reservoirs in the Houston area, hoping to prevent a catastrophic dam failure. But that water inundating neighborhoods, forcing thousands more from their homes.
We had to leave some people behind, which is really, really tough in these situations.
And overnight, so many scrambling to safety, packing into buses, even dump trucks. This convoy of desperation taking people away from their flooded out homes to places like this.
We never experienced anything like this.
The Convention Center in downtown Houston. It's the largest shelter housing victims of Hurricane Harvey. The Red Cross had planned for 5,000 people, each one getting a cot to sleep in. But now there are more than 8,000, and that number is growing. The Red Cross insists they can house more, but some may have to sleep on the floor.
We've been out there. It's really bad. Do you think you're going to get to a point where there's not enough space for everyone?
We're not going to turn people away. If it has to be some place where we sit in chairs for a little while instead, at least we're going to put a roof over people's head and get them safe.
Shelters across the Houston area, dozens of them, are filling up. Families coming in waterlogged, hungry, and still in shock.
The water that I saw, it was so frightening. I've never seen that much water before.
It's heartbreaking.
But some need more than just a shelter.
They said that her temperature was under 90, so all of them. Yeah, so we're trying to
Your baby's temperature is what?
under 90.
It's under 90 degrees?
The floods took Northeast Houston resident Jerica Williams' home. She's fighting now to make sure it doesn't take her family.
But it hurts to see my baby, like listen to my little cousins and not being able to help them.
It's so heartbreaking. We offered to help Jerica and her family to take them to a hospital, but she said she was going to be okay. They were going to a hotel and a warm room. And George, that is not an isolated case. There are several families here. There are a lot of babies here in the convention center, but the Red Cross is adamant. They are not going to deny anyone. They do need a lot of things. They need volunteers, nurses, social workers, and donations. They told us yesterday this is becoming very, very expensive. George?
All through the broadcast, we'll be sharing ways you can help back at home. I want to go to our chief meteorologist now, Ginger G. Ginger, you've been sounding the alarm bells on this storm from the very start. What can we expect next?
George, the longest named storm to torture Texas now in history, and we're looking at more than 43 inches. That's the latest number that's come in from South Houston itself. There are many places that are reported 20 to 40 inches of rain, and it's still raining. So here's what we can expect. Houston, you will still see rain for the next couple of hours, moderate to even heavy at times on that outside band. The storm itself is back in the Gulf, but the flash flood warnings and watches stretch all the way to Mobile, through Biloxi and New Orleans. And remember, the outer bands, that's what did the most damage, the most rain. Those have moved into eastern Louisiana this morning. I want to take you through the path because this is important to see. It's out in the Gulf, but of course the rain shield is on the north side. By Wednesday morning, it's still there. By Wednesday afternoon, Amy, it looks like it makes another landfall, goes north, and by Friday, we can finally see this thing start to die out. In the meantime, we will still pick up a significant amount of rainfall, which I will detail in just a couple of moments.
All right, Ginger, and with this unrelenting storm, the most vulnerable are at risk this morning. Several Texas hospitals and medical centers are struggling with the massive logistical challenge of evacuating their patients while also facing a supply shortage. ABC's Victor Oquendo is live outside Ben Taub Hospital in Houston. And Victor, tell us what you're learning there this morning.
Good morning, Amy. This hospital is one of 2 Trauma One centers in the Houston area. The situation here was dire. So far, they've moved out 6 critical patients, and they're still working on moving out 60 more patients.
Hospitals across Houston trapped by flooding, facing power outages and rapidly dwindling supplies, racing to evacuate. Here at Ben Taub, floodwater and sewage overwhelming the hospital's basement, affecting much needed food and medicine.
This situation happening at Ben Taub right now, for example, over there, apparently they were running out of food at one point there, and there were also some flooding concerns. What can something like that do to a hospital?
If you start to run out of supplies and you can't feed people, that's a big problem.
While the hospitals struggle, neighbors turning to each other for help. This dramatic moment from ABC affiliate KTRK shows one of their reporters trying to help a woman deliver her baby in Northeast Houston. The pregnant woman received help and was taken to a hospital. Another incredible story of new life at this inundated apartment complex. Neighbors forming a human chain to help a woman in labor through the rising waters.
There were at least 15 people in our apartment at one point, all trying to help and lend a hand and bringing supplies and making phone calls, and it was remarkable.
And this picture of an elderly stroke victim, floodwaters up to her mattress before being rescued.
What can they do if they're just standing in dirty water?
The water is filthy. It contains sewage. It contains runoff from who knows what. So you need to get out of the water as quickly as possible.
The flooding here in the basement at Ben Taub had a major impact, affecting the pharmacy, food, and supplies. Word this morning, they've been able to restock food and linens. Amy, for right now, they say they're stable.
All right, for right now, Victor Oquendo, thank you. And let's go now to ABC News senior medical contributor Dr. Jennifer Ashton. She is live at the ER at Resolute Health, a hospital in New Braunfels, Texas, where victims of Harvey are now being taken for medical attention. So, Jen, tell us what you're seeing there.
So, Amy, this here at Resolute Health is part of an outlying area of hospitals that have received over 700 patients from the flood zone. They are on medical standby. They're able and ready to receive more patients. They are running a military-style medical operation here. Now it's just a matter of getting the healthcare providers and doctors and nurses to these patients. Yesterday, unprecedented, the Texas governor enacted provisions to allow out-of-state medical professionals to get emergency medical privileges here in Texas. I completed that paperwork yesterday. We are going to try to get in to rescue and help people again today. Yesterday it was unsafe. I'm bringing a pretty extensive medical kit, including some basic dressings, some antibiotics, and you guys, shoelaces in case I need to tie off an umbilical cord after doing a delivery. We're prepared for anything.
Wow. Well, we are so glad that you are there to help. We hope the logistics get a little bit easier and you can get to where you need to be. Dr. Jen, thank you.
And we're going to find out more on that now from Houston's Fire Chief Samuel Pena. Chief Pena, thank you so much for joining us right now. Just try to give us some sense of what you're dealing with.
Well, good morning. Thank you for having me here. Well, I can tell you that the first responders, police, fire, as well as municipal workers and community in general are dealing with some devastating loss and property loss and at times some loss of life. But we're continuing the efforts to address the demand for service and rescues. As of midnight tonight or last night, we've run close to 700 calls for service. Yesterday, in a 24-hour period, we ran over 3,500 calls for service. The majority of those were water-related. Over 2,000 of those were water-related incidents. So it's been a very, excuse me, very active and dynamic incident. But we're continuing to push on.
And Chief, I know this is changing all the time, but as of yesterday, you had about 1,000 people waiting to be rescued. Where does that backlog stand right now?
Yes, we're still about 1,000 because as we clear those incidents that are pending, that are in queue, additional calls keep coming in. You know, we keep getting wave after wave after wave of rain, and so that's not, you know, it's not calming the situation. And so as we address those calls that are in the queue, we keep getting additional calls, and so. But we're working again. We have additional resources here on scene from the Texas Task Force. We also have FEMA USAR teams on scene. We also have teams from across the nation that are here to assist. And more importantly, they bring equipment, high water equipment, which is critical right at this point. There are some areas that are impassable, and that's one of the items and one of the things that we have to deal with here moving forward is the not having access to certain parts of town right now because the roads are impassable.
Chief, I know you have been going around the clock. Thank you very much for your service. Thanks for your time this morning.
1,000 people waiting still to be rescued. And the flooding catastrophe, unfortunately, is not limited to Texas. Overnight, the race to evacuate Louisiana. Preparations underway this morning for more torrential downpours there, and the flooding that could come with it sparking a new round of fears for residents on this 12th anniversary of Hurricane Katrina slamming into New Orleans. And ABC's Steve Osunsami is in Lake Charles, Louisiana with more on all of that. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, Amy. Because of that anniversary, their hearts are beating a little faster this morning. We are live right now outside of an evacuation center where about a dozen families have just been moved in. And I want you to take a look at this. It is surrounded by water. There's a ditch here that has several feet of water. This is the evacuation center right here where people are sleeping and hopefully getting refuge from the rain. We had to pass through water to get here. There are overpass ramps that are covered in water. We had to circle around streets that were washed out. You can't see the roads. It's very dangerous driving at night in this condition. And they're going to be dealing with this for some time as the rain continues to fall. We're expecting up to 10 inches in some parts of Louisiana. Amy?
And Steve, in New Orleans, I understand they're already closing schools and government buildings?
Yes, they're already closing schools. And one of the things that has people hot here is the fact that in New Orleans, after all of this time, after everything that they learned from Katrina, there are still 14 pumps that keep the city dry that are not working. That's an issue that they're going to have to be dealing with for some time now, as we're told that the repairs on those pumps are ongoing. Amy?
All right. Incredible concerns there. All right, Steve Osunsami. Thank you, George.
Boy, that is surprising. Federal disaster assistance is flowing to the region. 20 helicopters and 21 rescue boats from the Coast Guard. Customs and Border Patrol adding another 50 boats, 6 helicopters, 2 planes. And Texas Governor Greg Abbott has activated all 12,000 members of the Texas National Guard. President Trump will be heading to the storm zone today with the First Lady, and our senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega is on the scene in Rockport. Good morning, Cecilia.
Hey, George, good morning to you. The president and the first lady will land here in the Corpus Christi area in a matter of hours, and they will see for themselves the devastation like this. This right here behind me was a laundromat. You can see that the wall is completely blown out. The optics of this trip for this White House are very important. This is this president's first major natural disaster. They don't want it to look like he is headed here in hampering the recovery efforts, those ongoing recovery efforts that are still going on. So that's why he's coming to this area and not going to those floodwaters in Houston that we've all been watching. He wants to see for himself, though, what's happening here on the ground. At the White House yesterday, it was a real tone, a message of unity for this president. Here in Texas today, he will be on the ground, George, only for a few hours, but he does say that he is coming back to Texas this weekend and that he will also head to Louisiana, George.
And his focus yesterday, as you said at the top of that press conference, was on the hurricane and its aftermath, but he also covered a lot of other ground on Russia, on the North American Free Trade Agreement, on the border wall, and that controversial pardon of Sheriff Joe Arpaio in Arizona.
That pardon that came, you'll remember, late on Friday night as that hurricane was barreling toward Texas. The president said that he did it at that time basically to draw attention because he knew the ratings on Friday night would be high, George. He says he knew people would be watching TV because of the storm coverage.
Okay, Cecilia Vega, thanks very much, Amy.
All right, we turn now to that latest provocative missile launch by North Korea, the ballistic missile flying right over Japan. The Japanese government taking this very seriously, warning people to take cover. Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz has much more on this from Washington. Martha, good morning.
Good morning, Amy. This was not only a provocative missile launch by North Korea, it was very frightening for Japanese citizens. They heard blaring sirens and got text alerts on their phones at dawn telling them to shelter in sturdy buildings or underground because the government was so concerned about the possibility of an imminent attack. And while we have seen Kim Jong-un gleefully launching missiles into the Sea of Japan, this is the first time that this North Korean leader has launched a missile over Japan, traveling over the northern Japanese island of Hokkaido. In response, South Korean fighter jets staged a live bombing drill. They also released video of their own missile test, which was conducted last week. Now, Japan's Prime Minister Shinzo Abe spoke by phone to President Trump. Both agreed the U.S. and Japan must increase pressure on North Korea. Amy?
All right, Martha Raddatz in Washington. Thank you.
Okay, let's go back to Ginger for more on the storm.
And remember, George, even after the rain stops, the threat is not over. This would be Lake Conroe, Texas, where they are releasing double their rate that they would have in the past. And you can just see that water flowing out. Unfortunately, rivers, bayous, creeks can take not just days, but the rivers can take weeks. And we've got at least 50-plus gauges that go all the way into Louisiana that are now at major or higher flood stage. Tuesday Trivia now brought to you by Mazda.
Every stitch is a part of me. All these shapes and designs express our devotion to craftsmanship. I want people to feel our passion when they touch it and when they drive it. The all-new Mazda CX-5.
A chilly and wet one at the bus stop today. Maybe you can wait with the kids. Temperatures will be between 65 and about 67 degrees and only getting up to 69, maybe 70 degrees this afternoon. Rain throughout the day, so roads are going to be wet. You'll need to take it easy. Make sure those headlights are on. Meanwhile, that's all going to be from this system here. What may become Irma as it heads up the coast. Some coastal wind too, maybe some minor beach erosion. We'll have rain from Harvey moving in on Saturday.
Coming up, all the latest on Harvey all morning long. The hazards hiding beneath those rising waters. We're live from the flood zone.
Plus, that mother of 3 who made a desperate plea for help on our air yesterday. She is now safe and sound, and this morning, she is reuniting with her rescuer and sharing her harrowing story when we come back.